if you're someone who likes to understand how things work and why they work, computer science is really fun because there's technology all around us and you don't always stop and think, wow, how does this really work? How is it really built? How can we actually make this happen? So it's kind of fun to look behind the scenes and get a more detailed view into that part of our world. I really didn't know what I wanted to do or where I wanted to go to school, but I knew I liked math. And so really what I had on my mind was engineering. But I did get to sit down with Dr. Park in the engineering department, and I loved it, loved the projects they were working on. It sounded great. So that piqued my interest because a lot of the other schools I looked at, Christian schools specifically, didn't have as strong of like STEM and engineering stuff. Computer science covers a lot of things, but I mainly love that you can do pretty much anything with technology. And I love that, well, I also love math, so I like problem solving. I like kind of puzzles and seeing how things fit together. And kind of like I said, I really enjoy the fact that you don't need a lot of materials, you don't need a lot of extra things. You can just open up your computer and there's so much information, so much technology that others have built that you can build on top of. So I found that was really cool. So you can do low-level stuff like networking or operating systems, actually kind of writing code that actually changes what the computer's doing on the hardware level, or writing code at a low level that actually is kind of base level software that helps other people write more code. That's fun, but it's also cool. Most of my experience right now is in kind of web and application development. So developing applications that are useful to businesses and that customers actually know about. That stuff's fun because regular people kind of, we use applications and software in our day-to-day life. Data structures was probably my favorite class because it was the first kind of non-trivial, like challenging class. It's the class that typically is weed out and very difficult, and it was difficult for me. But really sticking it out made computer science seem more worth it, made the problem sound more satisfying. It really gave you tools it gave me tools to then go solve other problems in the other classes. And it kind of satisfied that part of me that really wants to know how things work, really find patterns, and find patterns that can then be used to solve a lot of other problems, and that's all that data structures is. So that was really cool. Data structures is pretty foundational, so then moving on from that, the AI class was really fun. As AI is a pretty big word that everyone's hearing and talking about today, but it was fun to just actually get kind of an academic and a rigorous look into why those things work, how you can build them, how you can tweak them to your specific needs. So that was kind of, data structures was really fun to learn the foundations, and then AI was really fun to kind of use what I learned in data structures to kind of apply it to interesting applications like AI. This is another thing that I discounted before coming to NNU. The professors here really care about your academic success and professional success. They're really experienced and knowledgeable, and they know what they're talking about, even if sometimes when you're a freshman or sophomore, you might not think so or not understand that. Having done some internships now and hearing what other companies have to say about NNU and its reputation and the computer science and engineering program, and also some of the advice that our professors have given me that has paid off and been beneficial and helped me stand out, I'm very grateful for. And the small class sizes are huge. There's a lot of really hard classes that I was able to get through a lot easier and understand a lot more because the classes are small, the professors have time and are willing to slow down and explain things to you. And when classes are small, they have time to do that, and you have the space to ask a lot of questions and to really have kind of that close relationship with the professor. Oftentimes, class feels like it's a tutoring session, and that's awesome, and something I know that even some of my friends that went to bigger schools struggled with. So I think that kind of mentorship role that professors love to take on here is huge.